Okay, we are coming to next, which is the solving of quadratic inequality. A few things to take note before I get started. For your solving the coefficient of x squared, please ensure it's positive. Please ensure it's positive before you do your factorization to find the critical values. Alright? And I want you to take note, we cannot make use of the zero product rule, but rather using the critical value, you are supposed to draw a U-shaped curve to solve for quadratic inequality. With that, I'm going to get started. So for part A, I'm going to solve by simplifying and balancing everything equated to 0 on the right hand side. Okay, I've equated my right hand side to be equal to 0. Now I will need to do my factorization. Notice I can factorize and equate to 0, but do not use zero product rule. Alright, imagine itself to be equal to 0. Alright, I'll have two critical values, namely 5 and negative 7. Smaller number on the left, bigger number on the right. So now, since my quadratic inequality is greater than 0, anything above the 0 line will be positive, below will be negative. Since I want it greater or equal to 0, this means I would like my solution to be above. So how do I write my answers that's actually above, greater than 0? My x will be less than or equal to negative 7, or x will be greater or equal to 5. So this is my answer for part A. Just solving the quadratic inequality. Okay, for part B is an explanation question. Think about it again. Alright, what kind of curve is it? It's quadratic. But I'm going to zoom in. Looks like it's a negative 2x squared. This means that this is an N-shaped curve. Alright, you need to explain why it cannot be completely below the x-axis. Alright, so let's say I assume it's completely below the x-axis. This means that my N-shaped curve will not touch the x-axis. Since it doesn't touch the x-axis, it means that there is no intersection. Since there's no intersection, this means my discriminant is less than 0. So I'm going to assume there's no intersection if it's lying below the x-axis. Since there's no intersection, like I say, the discriminant is less than 0. Let's go about solving it. After I factorize, it seems that k minus 6 squared will never be less than 0, as the minimum value will be 0 and it will always be positive. So this is not possible. Since it's not possible, this also means that, the condition for b squared minus 4ac to less than 0 is not possible. This means that the curve cannot be completely below the x-axis. Hence, we are done for part B as well. This is a concept thinking question, so to think through and approach the teacher if you have any doubts.